Hey everyone, Aniza here. It is the first day of the last month of 2021. And what a year it has been. What a start of the 2020s it has been. And this is only a shifting of the year according to the Gregorian calendar. I feel like there are many moments throughout any time that is a transition of years, a start, an end, a death, a rebirth, a possibility of deep transition and transformation. And really, it's in every moment. It's in every now moment that it can be this quantum shift. And I feel that the energies are also pointing to this. I was talking to someone yesterday. You might be listening to this video. Hello. And, if it was like Y2K or 2012, or if it's 12/21/2021, which I feel like is going to be a potent day, but it's always some day that, or some cosmic event that's offering us transformation or a transition. And at some point there's a realization that it's every moment, it's every now moment, and that it's always us, it's always here, it's always possible. We're always have access to the magic, the potent magic of transformation and true release and true liberation. And so I really feel this month, the reflections of this month are really calling us into this. And so I'm not going to label this ascension symptoms. It's just like December reflections, because I feel so much is happening. And this is just what I feel is present in my own life. And I'm just sharing it because I feel like it can be present for many of us. It is morning here in Pacific Northwest, and I have like all the lights in the room on, and it is still quite dark because some days are just gray all day. And when I moved out here, everyone was like, watch out for the winters. And I'm like, it's okay. It's just like, it's just like there's no light. It's quite gray. And it could be any time of day, but it's actually before 11 a.m. But it is quite dark outside. So just excuse my lighting. So I'm just going to go into the reflections I'm feeling. And the first thing I want to share is just reflection. The last few days of November, I was really just feeling how much opportunity there is to deeply reflect on what has happened this last year and perhaps the last 2 years, to really notice. Because I know for me, and I know for so many of us, it has been quite a lot of inner movement and energetic, perhaps turmoil, challenges, grief, mourning, liberation, ecstasy, just like so much movement has been happening in so many of our inner worlds. And I feel like this year has been a turning. Like I've just been turning. I was talking to a friend about this, and she reflected that she feels like this year she's just been falling, and she didn't even try to grab onto anything. She just let herself flail. And I think there is this feeling of there's been so much intense emotional inner energy in a way. And so there's so much possibility and gems that's come from that. But also I feel for myself how I'm like, I really want to kind of archive and extract what is potent from these emotional intensities, and to create a sense of deeper steadiness as we open to 2022, and just really taking time to reflect and to listen to what that is, and to sort of just trace what has happened for you this year, and to just sit with it, and to like notice it, and to feel with it, without judgment, and with as much love and care and tenderness as possible. I actually taped a sticker over there. I taped together 4 sheets of paper, and I just haven't written anything yet. And there really is something with like sitting with blank pieces of paper and not feeling the need to like reduce or to write on it or to archive right away. But there really is a process of just like excavating and exploring and looking and being with, and maybe dancing and sounding, and just sort of letting it be in the wavelengths, and not necessarily needing to like know the answer, like this spending time in the unknown with the intention. And for me, my intention is deeper clarity, strength, and steadiness in the place I'm coming from and how I'm moving in the world, as a way to not be as like swayed by external forces. And of course we're always swayed, and of course it's who knows what will happen, but it's to really in some ways carve out the manifesto in a way that feels really connected to the depths of me. And the process of that is, I guess, to not force that and to not attach to that and just sort of let it come through the movements and the noticings. And already the last few days of November, so much has happened. Like, so interesting, just setting this intention of deeply wanting to reflect, and through that reflection connect with the seeds of strength, steadiness, and deep knowing from the source codes of my being, which are always, it's always present, it's always there for all of us. And it's really how much are we going to let the knowing of our inner selves be connected with our conscious expressions, or will they be sort of like haphazardly just sort of there, and then like attempts and trying and or are they going to be like core, like stable, beautiful, like mahogany wood core? So allow yourself to spend that time to reflect and to come into the deeper steadiness of your being, so that there is a tone that feels like it can sound strong in clarity and beauty, and still in the unknown as we walk into and welcome 2022, and no, without attachment or pressure, because who knows what will happen. But there's a sense of clarity and like allowing ourselves to be steered with the wheel of our heart, and to really know that, and to really like have our body and spine connected to that in a really clear way. So I already sort of said the next few things because it's all connected. But so the next thing I want to say about December is just as we revisit, as we feel all of this time, is just to really approach ourselves with love. And if you spend this time in reflection and just feeling into who you've been and how you've been, just to love every part of your journey and of yourself and of your own experiences, and to meet it with care and tenderness, just to love the journey of your own life. Because what else is there to do? Who else is there to do it, And it's a really beautiful time just to embrace ourselves and all the ups and downs, and trust that it's for the knowing of a deeper love, for the knowing of a non-dual love, as we experience a deep contrast in all of our experiences. So that's the second December reflection I wanted to share. And I feel like in terms of the steadiness, love creates the bedrock from which all of life is flowing from. So as we reflect on this journey and create that steady bedrock, or feel that as we thread love into this experience, love is grown from it and through our conscious knowing. Because I feel love is always present no matter what we think. It's always there. But for it to be active and activated in us. So the third thing I wanted to share is about the spine, actually. So the spine has been coming up just as a potent part of existence in this December, and sort of just feeling our spine. And maybe it's a part of our body that we tend to take for granted, or we don't really pay much attention to, but it feels like for whatever reason this month there are energies that are just kind of pointing to the fact that we have a spine, really from the base of our spine up through the vertebrae to the nape of our neck, and sort of just noticing how our whole skeletal system is connected to our spine. And it feels like there's a capacity to some sort of energetic release and restructuring through the skeletal structures, through the bones of us, and the spine being the center column of our of all of our bones. And it feels, I keep feeling the sense of as you put attention there and just notice and perhaps release or enhance, that there's something it kind of ripples out and shakes through the whole skeletal structure. And connected to that is Kundalini. I personally do not know much about Kundalini, but if you do, maybe put some comments below about links or whatnot if there's Kundalini meditations or yoga. I have a friend who said she's going to send me some mantras, and if I resonate with them, I'll come back and put them in a description. But it just feels like it's a beautiful time to just enhance our connection with our Kundalini. So if that's already a practice that you're connected to, beautiful. If it's not, maybe it's something to just peruse in your own ways. And I'm actually going to share a spine meditation as it's coming through me. And I'm going to post that in a week or so. So you can look out for that as just a way of like really feeling into how, like, what we're holding in our bodies and in our lives, and like how we're holding it, and sort of just really feeling and sensing and being able to have those energetic ripples go through the skeletal structure of our physical body, our auric bodies, and the structures that we're holding our life within. That all feels really potent. So I feel like this was a pretty short video, actually. It's just like reflection, love what we reflect on, and like notice your spine. Just notice your spine. I recently met someone from YouTube. Yesterday they booked a session with me, and it was great. And I really love connecting with the YouTube community. It's happened a few times. Like someone else from YouTube found me and has taken my Individual Wisdom course, and I just love YouTube community. So I'm continuing the special offer that you'll only find here on YouTube, and like I post these videos in other places, but you'll have to come to the YouTube description to find this. It's $45 for a 45-minute soul clarity session, and I'm only going to offer this for the rest of the year and only on YouTube. And essentially this session is a gift for you to experience a meditation with your auric field and your soul. And also if there's any pattern or problem or something that feels persistent in your field that you like deeper insight in, we will have an auric meditation that kind of connects you with your soul field. And then through my sensing, and then through your sensing, because we are together sort of resonating in this quantum resonant field, we are able to sort of feel into what's underneath certain things that might be happening for you. So if you come with something specific, I can literally guarantee that you'll have deeper insight on a certain problem or pain or something that feels a pattern or persistent challenge that you're having. And usually I can say it's connected to something within your energetic field, within your inner child, your family, your ancestry, or a parallel life, or we typically say past life, like a parallel soul life that is present for you. And while as we connect with that, the energy of love and of consciousness offers a resolution that is for you. And so that's really what the soul clarity session is for. It's like an experience of really coming into a deep connection with yourself and sort of meeting yourself in a way that sort of opens up a possibility of more liberation, conscious flow of love, and knowing, a knowing of how to move forward. And it's also an energetic reorientation to that capacity of moving forward. So I really hope that if you feel the call of working with me and giving yourself this gift, that you'll click the link below. I'll put that in the description below. Okay, happy December. Wow, it's just words fall short in the expanse of this moment. But, I enjoy spelling out the whisper of the fullness of what is happening. I have a candle here, so I just want to share this candle with you. This fire, the light of the ember, feels like fire is such a potent time for the northern hemisphere as we go into these colder winter, darker months. It feels the flame of the fire just ignites and is like a reflection of the eternal light of the soul that is always shining and always emanating, no matter what the season is or no matter what is happening. And I really love like the flicker of the fire as that eternal remembrance. So sharing this here with all of you. Lots of love and blessings. And I look forward to connecting with you. Look out for that spine meditation and be gentle with yourself. Be caring with yourself. Know you matter. Know however you feel, whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you desire. It matters so much. And give yourself the gift of really feeling your needs and your wants and your desires and whatever is present for you as a container within itself, as both the call and response for you. That it can be connected with external things, but maybe first and primarily it's just an invitation for you to connect with you. And that's like the fire, the eternal remembrance that we have within us. So much of that which we need and desire and long for, it really is within us. And there are ways of remapping our systems to be connected to that. So I wish that for you. I pray that for all beings in the collective, for us to have this eternal remembrance that is a true liberation. Deep love, deep love.